Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Audra wanders into Crimson Lights and is startled to spot Holden sitting and sipping a coffee. He was hoping he'd get to see her again. She tries to snub him, but he pleads for a minute. He hasn't been able to stop thinking of her since he got to town. She suggests he get a hobby or some other woman to smile at. The past is in the rear view, she insists. Once she gets a coffee and joins him, she says he's making himself a problem. Audra is grateful that he helped work on Damien, but reminds Holden he should be back on the coast. In case he needs a reminder, she already has a brilliant and successful man, so he can keep his feelings to himself. Holden reminds her that they were once close friends. Not that close, she adds. He claims he forgot about her, but now they've been thrown back together. It's wild. A coincidence isn't kismet, she points out. Holden protests that he wants nothing from her. He can't force her to be his friend, but his boss is going to be spending time in Genoa City, so he'll be there too. That means he'll be stuck working from his phone all day unless he has a friend to hang out with. Holden is surprised when she explains that she told Nate about their past. With all that's going on in Nate's life, this barely registered. She reminds Holden that he should be prioritizing Damien right now too. What is he, your friend, your boss? She asks. They talk about how messy it can be to be on the payroll of a friend. He was friends with Damien first. She fishes for details, but he says they will have to wait. After assuring her that he and his friend trust each other, he adds that he's more boss than friend at the moment. She thinks it's ridiculous how cagey he is about this. Although he won't admit to being afraid of him, he will concede that Damien has a temper like a cornered mountain lion when things don't go his way. On the patio, Kyle looks at his phone until his mother arrives, buzzing with the latest news on the renovations at the Abbott Manse. They joke about Jack having panic attacks, and Kyle tells her how much Harrison is looking forward to having his old space back. Diane is sure that her son would like some alone time with Claire. He admits that's been rare, something that would thrill Victor. She asks if there's some reason he hasn't asked her and Jack to babysit. He assures her there's no snub, it just never occurred to him. Diane reminds him they used to look after him all the time, as they can do it again anytime. Diane urges him to have a date with his girlfriend. Kyle admits he was supposed to have one. She pushes him to do it, and then returns to gabbing about the renovations. Her desire is to make it a home Jack will love while embracing the future as well as the past. Kyle wonders what this means for her. Explaining how ugly things got with Jack's siblings during their fake breakup, Diane admits she'd like the renovation to be a peace offering. She'd also like to see a little of herself reflected in the house so she can feel included. Her son reminds her that it's already her home and family. That his dad's siblings signed off on the rehab must be a peace offering too. Kyle can't wait to see it. Claire arrives at the new ranch and gives her grandfather a peck on the cheek. He goes on about how her grandmother is always singing her praises. Sitting down, she asks straight out, "Is there a chance you're urging Summer to reconnect with Kyle?" Victor assumes she thinks he wants Kyle to be with one granddaughter over the other, but clarifies that's not the case. She knows he didn't have an issue with Kyle and Summer in the past. Her grandfather doesn't want Kyle with anyone in his family. He feels sorry that Summer has to deal with that guy because of Harrison. Victor claims he would never choose one granddaughter over the other. There's no reason for either of them to be insecure about Kyle. He suggests that, deep down, she knows her relationship with Kyle is a mistake. Claire insists she's not insecure about her feelings or Kyle's. She's just concerned that Victor will never give them a chance. Victor explains that he's known Kyle since he was a baby and compares him to Billy Boy Abbott, that idiot. Claire asks him not to do anything to make his point. Her grandfather says she knows where he stands, but she's over 21 and can make her own decisions. You can disagree, but nothing else, she says, making him give his word. Oh yeah, he grumbles, adding she can always come to him to speak directly. She assures him that the Abbotts know that nothing they say will ever be able to come between them. As she puts on her coat, he explains that the Abbotts envy them, their success, and their closeness.